Miss Trejo. How are you doing today?
Good, how about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. My name is Anna Figueroa, and I am your school social worker now. But I am a school social worker here at Lumberton High School. I have been here for 5 years, so I'm fairly new. But we provide services to all of our students. It can be anything, ranging from anything behavioral issues, and anything that's been impacting your life, or anything personal that doesn't have to do with educational backgrounds. But we are always here, and that's kind of the services that we provide, and we work with your families as well. So today I do want to just inform you that the sessions that we have from here on out are confidential. So anything you say stays in this room. It is a free space to just express how you're feeling. But I do want to inform you, though, that in circumstances, we will have to break confidentiality when it comes to legal court proceedings, or harm to yourself or others, as well as like child abuse and neglect, or just doesn't have to just be like child, but any vulnerable person. So those are times where we will have to break confidentiality, but whenever we do, we will inform you immediately, and we will try to work with you as much as possible so that we can better help your case in any circumstances that have to do with that nature. But with that being said, do you have any questions, or do you consent to our services for today?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. I'd just like you to just sign right here, just saying that you do consent to working with us for, and seeing us for today.
Today's the second, right?
Yes, ma'am, it is the second. Sometimes I don't remember either.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, so with that all being said, I'll open the floor to you. What brings you in today?
I'm actually not exactly sure why I was called to be here. I just received a notice that I had to come.
Okay, do you know who had told you about the notice that you had to come?
I was told in homeroom to come.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Sometimes it's like, it can be scary and you don't know why. But I do understand from your teacher, Ms. Hoffman, your English teacher, you have been having some behavioral issues and outbursts in class recently. Yeah. Okay. So do you want to just talk a little bit about that particular issue? What's been going on?
There's not a lot going on. It's just, sometimes you're not in the right mood and you tend to just be mad at some points, and I think the teacher might have misunderstood.
Mm-hmm. Okay. In what ways do you feel like she might have misunderstood you?
I mean, like I said, you have ups and downs like every day, every now and then. So there's days that you might feel upset. And I think that was one of the days that they might have misunderstood.
Okay. So you don't really think it's that big of an issue? No?
Not really.
Okay. How have your grades been impacting? Because I do understand that, it's been rough.
Well, they're alright. They're not bad. They're not like they used to, but it's just, I don't really care for them anymore.
You don't really care for them? So you have like a lack of interest?
Yes.
Is there Does this like lack of motivation, does it interfere with your daily functioning?
I don't think so. I mean, I do everything like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't really care much about school like I used to.
Okay. I can sense you're a little bit more like reserved, quiet. So
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Would you like to? Do you want to talk about that or?
Not really. I've just always been a person that likes to keep to themselves.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. So how is your family background? Do you live with your mom, your dad, or do you have a parental guardian?
I'm currently living with both of my parents, but not for long.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Because I'm not sure which one of them I would be leaving after their divorce.
Okay, so your parents are going through a divorce right now. Okay.
Yes.
And how has it how do you feel just knowing that?
I mean, they've always been arguing, so it doesn't really matter to me, and it's not a big deal.
When you say it's not a big deal, do you just feel like your life will still carry on like normally, or do you see an impact maybe?
Yeah. I don't see why would it change.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How do you feel that they are? Do you feel that there's been supportive? Despite understand you're going through a tough time, but it seems like.
I mean, like I said, it doesn't really matter. It's not like my lack of motivation has to do anything with them. Like I said, they've always been arguing. They've always been. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Do you feel like they're supportive towards you?
They try to.
Okay. The arguing, you don't feel like can sometimes impact you as a person, or it's just kind of like you've just gotten used to it, correct?
Yeah, I've grown. They've always argued ever since I can remember, so it's nothing out of the ordinary.
Do you feel like for you it'd be better if they would get divorced?
I haven't thought of that.
No? Doesn't really cross your mind? Okay. What are some places that you usually go for like coping? Like can be, school, maybe not school, but like the church or things like that. Did you get involved in any clubs, activities?
No.
No.
Like I said, I just like to be alone most of the time.
Okay, all right. What are some things that you do like whenever you are home?
I like watching YouTube, listening to music.
What kind of music do you listen to?
Any kind of music, generally. Just depends on the mood that I'm in.
I'm usually a fan of R&B.
Yeah, I like to listen to it too.
Yeah. Sometimes because the music can always help too with just anything. Like it's a really big stress reliever too. So talk to me a little bit about your parents' divorce. Do you feel like sometimes it's impacting your schoolwork and your lack of, motivation and taking a toll?
I haven't thought about it, but not really. And I don't see why one would be related to the other. I mean, it just kind of happens that they're both happening at the same time. So,
And where is your family from?
my family's originally from Mexico, so
Alright.
Yeah.
Is did you grow up in a close-knit community or not really?
you know what?
In a close-knit kind of family structure? Or no?
Yes, very much.
Yeah. But now it's not so much, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any feelings that you've been having taking a toll on you and your mental health?
Not really. It's just sometimes like I just get annoyed of like when they're arguing, or
How so?
I mean, because eventually you get tired of hearing them argue, and you're just like, I don't want to hear this anymore, or
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's draining.
yes.
Does it hurt? When you see
Not
it?
anymore.
Okay. You mind me asking, when did this kind of start for you? I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. When did your parents initially start, having issues, that you could see that, in their marriage?
They pretty much started when I was still in elementary school, so I can't remember exactly when.
Let me put it this way. Have they reached out to you in any way to see how you feel?
They've asked if I'm okay with, but I mean, yeah. Like
Since you're really quiet and you seem really upset about it though.
Yeah. It's not a topic I like to talk about, so.
Okay. Alright. Let's talk about your English class, of course, because that is why you are here today. It's just tell me a little about how you've been feeling in there lately.
Well, it's just like a class that I'm forced to take, like any other class, in order to graduate. So it's just like the teacher sometimes gets draining and annoying. So my classmates, like, they just annoy me for no reason.
And your teacher?
I mean, she's always like, oh, you have to do this, or like, do your work, or like, do this, do that. But it's like my work, I choose to do it or not to do it.
You want to take accountability for something that's yours and you want to do. Is that how you feel sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, it should be my choice to do it or not to do it.
Do you have any friends in that class that you engage with?
Not close friends.
No. Okay. So you're pretty just, keep to yourself and not much interactions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is it better? Is it better for you?
So,
Like, do you feel more at peace, or do you feel lonelier, or Do you wish that you would have some, people to talk with and get your mind out of the frustrations?
I mean, it doesn't matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I feel like if I just had other people, it would be like, oh, what's wrong? Or like, which, like I said, it's not, there's nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right. What are some things that your teacher does that maybe irritates you?
I guess she's always like on top of everybody and me, and it's like, oh, do this, like, do it now, or like,
Always has this
yes,
rapid time, like she wants you to do it at her time instead of
Yes.
your time.
yeah, it's like, do it
How
on
is
my
it?
time, and it's just
Mhm.
like, okay, and then if I finish it, it's like, okay, what else do you want me to do? Like, there's nothing to do, so I have to sit there and like, doodle on my stuff, or like, look around. But it's like, oh, you're supposed to be doing something productive, which, like I said, if I finish my work, like, what do you want me to do?
Right. Right. So you feel like she's like trying to take control of you, but you want to,
Yeah.
take control of that. Okay. All right. Okay. So, from what I understand, Ms. Trejo, and just kind of like what I want to summarize about what you told me today. So I do sense that it's you're having difficulty focusing. Your focus is not completely there, and that can also be due with lack of just motivation. It's not necessarily that you're a careless person. It's just you're having lack of motivation. I can sense something maybe like your family could also impact your school life as well. I do understand though how the two are separate. Like everything happens there and everything happens here. But ultimately, I can see how your emotions can take on a toll with that, and so I do for our next sessions. And you can always we're gonna schedule an appointment. But for our next session, I do want to work with you on just kind of go home and maybe do some reflecting about some positive things that you like about your school environment, and then your family life. Just reflect on those two and see kind of how you feel. Take a look back, and that's how we're gonna start in with our next session. Hopefully like a week from now, but that's what I'd like you to work on. I understand you're going through a tough time. You are. But that's why we are here for. We are here for you. If you ever need anything, any emergencies, I will provide you with my contact information as well. So, thank you, Ms. Trejo. I hope you have a nice day.
You too.
Yeah.
Bye.